Okay, so we're just going to start by tuning up. Here are your tuning notes. High E, B, G, D, A, and E. We're going to start off with some revision of the G major scale, different patterns to play it, how to use it in rock context, blues context, and make it work all the way up the fretboard. Different patterns. Here's the G major scale. We're going to do everything with a metronome so that we're learning how to get our timing better at the same time. We're on 70 beats per minute. Playing in second position on the guitar. So our index finger is on second fret, middle is on third, and so on. We don't want to be playing any patterns that require strange fingering. We want to learn second position and get it really smooth. So G major scale, probably aware, it's got one sharp, F sharp. Alright, so the key signature is one sharp, and we're playing at a 2-octave scale. So we hit the F sharp twice. Here are our notes, starting middle finger, third fret, G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G, 1 octave. Okay, second octave, starting little finger on G, that's your tonic. Then A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G. Okay, so we've got that. Let's play it just as crotchets. Let's count it in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, with this hand, making sure alternate picking. It's really important. Okay, so we're going. Down, up, all the way. Okay, so that's our initial pattern. You need to practice that. Probably pause this, practice that for about 5 minutes, just as a warm-up, get things going good. When you feel like you've got the pattern, then we're going to take it through a series of exercises. First thing is playing as quavers. So it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... So that's easy after you've warmed up. And then the next step is playing that as semi-quavers. So our left hand is staying the same, there's no changes. What's changing is our right hand rhythm. We're still going down, up, down, up, down, up, okay? But playing quavers. And then we're going to double that, so we're playing semi-quavers. So we're thinking ba 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 ba. And it's good to do this with a dead string before you actually play the scale, just to feel where the rhythm is. Semi-quavers can be easy to speed up. So you do that, set your internal clock. Okay, let's give it a go. We'll count it in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So those are semi-quavers, ascending and descending. Now we're going to pause for a minute there, press pause and work on those routines in your own time, but with different tempos. So we're at 70, do them at 80, 90 and 100, intervals of 10 beats per minute. Okay, then come back to this. We're going to look at the next little segment, which will be left hand technique exercises. Okay, so left hand techniques, got the G major scale, metronome's on 70. What we're going to do is look at playing this scale in thirds. So we're playing the first note, and we're not ascending to here, which is the second note, we're ascending to here, which is the third note. So we've got, and then we're going to here. So it's our scale, but in a different format. It's really important. Otherwise, our fingers get stuck in the same patterns, same holding patterns. Muscle memory is a strong thing. It'll cause our fingers to go the same all the time unless we break out of it with these patterns. So going. Very, very cool and very useful for soloing. So that is thirds on the major scale, ascending. Kind of going every second note and then reversing. So pause this, spend some time on that. It'll take some time to get it smooth and in time and in tune, so you're not sort of buzzing, bending notes. Okay. A little context would be in a solo, you might be in the key of G, the chords might be G to A minor. So thirds, You wouldn't do a whole solo because that'd be weird, but you use it as a little taster between your melodies and your phrases, and also you can use it to get from one part of the fretboard to the next. Okay, so pause that, spend a bit of time, come back, and then we've got thirds, fourths, fifths, ascending and descending, and together. Okay, so spread out over a number of lessons. It's quite a lot of information. So we've got just a recap, things to work on. Initial technique, second position, holding your pick correctly. Okay, don't be holding it in a strange manner like this, just between your index and thumb. Have a little bit sticking out. If you have a lot, it can be hard to control. Okay, I like to use the round end, I like the tone, but you can also use the pointy end. Strumming and picking over the sound hole if you're on an acoustic. This guitar, same sort of position, just because we're doing the exercise, over the center. If it was doing a solo, it could be here or here for strumming. Both pickups on to give an even sound. Thumb on the back of the neck. Okay, so I'm not hanging it up there. That's for later on if we're doing chords. Okay, thumb up here for chords, back here for scales. Alright, second position, fingers ready to go, arch like a spider, and metronome. We're on 70, start on 60 maybe, ease into it, and then go up incrementally. Okay, here's the G major scale just revised. It's also written down on the PDF. And thirds. Okay, that'll do us for now. Make sure you pause the video at those little places where you need to warm up, practice. Always play with a metronome. Always tune up, because you're training your ear as well as your fingers. Alright guys.